Today, I'm going to save you a lot of time entering formulas using this absolute formula reference, $H, $2. You know, the amazing thing about Excel formulas, let's take a look at the formulas here in column D. I'm going to go into show formulas mode. And you see that first formula, C2 times B2, when I copy that formula down to the other rows, it's kind of accepted that the C2 is going to change to C3, to C4, to C5. And this is the way the spreadsheets work, which is great because that allows us to write one formula and copy it down to hundreds or even thousands of rows. But sometimes we need the opposite to happen. Let's say I need to take this total sales in D2 and multiply that by the tax rate in H1. That first formula is going to work, that 34.31, but when I double click to copy that down, you see that the formula doesn't work anymore. And what happened? The D2 changed to D5, so it's saying take the revenue in this row. But that H1, we needed that part of the formula to always point to H1. We don't want that to move. And there's a great way to do this in Excel. So as you're entering that formula, equal this cell times that cell, H1. You can see the flashing insertion point is right next to the H1. I'm going to press the F4 key on the keyboard. When you press F4, that says that this part of the formula should be treated as an absolute reference. The $sign before the H says if I copy this anywhere, the H is going to stay, and the $sign before the 1 says that the row 1 is going to stay. See, with just that simple change, double click and copy that formula down. Now the D2 is allowed to change to D3 to D4 to D5 and even D8 here, but the H1, that part of the formula, stays put the whole time. All right, so that's called an absolute reference. There are other days and other spreadsheets where you have the need to create something called a mixed reference. So in this case, I have a formula where I'm going to be pointing to H2 all of the time. So I press H2 and press F4, great. And then I want to multiply that by what's in row 1 above me. So the Q1 rate up there, that 105%, I'm going to go click on that. But in this case, I don't want to lock down column C. I need to be able to copy this to the right. So I only want to lock down the row 1, and the fast way to do that is to press F4 twice. The first F4 puts both $signs in, the second F4 locks down just the row. And then finally, I want to go grab the value of this row, always this row, but back in column A. So I go point to that, and to lock down the column, we're going to press F4 3 times. 1, 2, 3. See, that puts just a $sign at the A, and as I copy to the right, it's always going to go back and look at column A, but it's allowed to change from row 3 to row 4 to row 5, and so on. So there's our formula. We can now copy that formula across, and double click to copy that formula down, and at any point, that formula should always be pointing to H2, beautiful, always be pointing to row 1, above us, and always be pointing to column A to the left of us. All right, so that is called a mixed reference. You'll notice there are times where you're not sure how many times you need to press F4, and it's beautiful. You can just keep rotating through this. If I press F4 again, I go back to a relative reference. That's where both the row and the column are allowed to change, and then I lock them both, and then I lock just the row, and then just the column, and so on. Now, there are times where you'll have something kind of crazy where you have to do what's called an expanding reference. It happens when we have to calculate year to date or something like that. So in this particular case, I always want to start at B1, but I want the B2 to change. So we're always adding from B1 to down to B2 in this case, but B3, B4, B5, B6. And so this dynamic expanding range, this is one that you can't very easily do with the F4 key. There's no way to change just the B1 to be relative. So I like to edit the formula, click inside of the B1, and now press F4, and that should change just that part of the formula. And now when I double click to copy that down, we should see that we're always reaching back to B1, but coming down to the current row. So there's just a quick introduction. The absolute reference where we're always pointing to H1, the mixed reference where it might be always pointing to H2, but row 1 in the column above us, and this is allowed to change from C to D to E because there's no $sign before the C. And then the mixed reference where we've locked down column A, but the 3 is allowed to change to row 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 and so on. Having a handle on this will save you from having to enter hundreds of formulas. I had a manager once, I walked in on him one day, and he didn't know this trick. He didn't know the F4 trick or the $ trick, and he would enter the formula differently on every other row. He was very fast at typing, but wow, not an efficient way to go at all. So using F4 to put the $ in, just a fast way to create formulas that where the whole thing, the whole formula does not need to change as you copy. Hey, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time for another netcast from Mr. Excel.